What's going on, train people? It's your conductor. Oh, crazy train. Today we are going to be looking at a K-09 120 watt variable voltage transformer, power cheap, 120 volt. Now we'll see on the back here, we have 0 to 18 volts AC current. On the output, this is track, and then we have an accessory adapter here. The input's 120 volts AC, and then the output is 18 volts AC. So we also have an on-off switch. We have whistle, bell, and direction here. So the first thing that we are going to do to test this is plug it in. Now that it's plugged in, before we do anything else, we're going to make sure it powers on. We've got the speed all the way down. Make sure that's all the way down before we start getting crazy here. Now, with this transformer, you can unscrew this and hook up a wire. For simplicity's sake, today for this test, I will be using these ends right here. These are called banana clips. And then I have my two hot ends right here. Make sure whenever we hook these in, these wires don't touch. Don't try this at home. Don't try this at home. Okay, it's powered off. We're going to go ahead and plug into the track. Come over here. Going to get these wires nice and apart. And we will cut her on. Now, this transformer runs AC current, not DC current. So, on our multimeter here, on our voltmeter, the V that you see on my two thumbs here stands for voltage. This one right here on the left with the line and three dots is DC current. The squiggly line right here, that's AC current. Now this is AC, so we're going to run this AC. We're going to go ahead and hook our wires up here. Now, they are not touching. We have this. We're going to put it on 200 volts AC current. We're not going to be running nearly that much, but that's what it goes to. So the first thing that we're going to do is, since we're testing the track here, we're going to turn the speed all the way up. Make sure these wires aren't touching, and you will see it jump from 0 volts up to 17 volts. Now, you have whistle, bell, and direction. Since this is first we're going to go with whistle. For whistle, we're going to see an increase in current, and for bell, we will see a decrease in current. Now, this sets off a sensor inside of the train that allows the whistle or the bell. So whenever we push this button up here for whistle, we'll see that the voltage climbs to 17.9. We take it off, it goes to 17.1. We push it, 17.9, 18. Let go, 17.1. We hit bell here, it drops about 3 volts, 17 to 14. Now, for direction, we push it and it goes to 0. Since this is an AC transformer, if we go right here and we switch these prongs, so red's on black and black's on red, we will still see a positive number, because for voltage, it takes an average of the RPM, which we may go into that later, but it takes an average. So the number that it shows you on the voltmeter for AC current is always going to be positive. Now, since we're testing this here, what we're going to do is we're going to put them back on black and red on red. Now we're going to switch this to DC. The reason that we're switching to DC is not Okay, so since we're on 0, I can hit whistle and it stays on 0. I hit bell, it stays on 0, and direction 0. If I turn it all the way up, we get a little bit of a current here for DC, even though this is AC. Now, since current's running through it, we push whistle, and we'll see it jump a couple volts. We see bell, and we see it read a negative number for DC. And again, we hit direction, and it powers down. I'm going to cut this off. We're going to change it back to AC here. On up these prongs. And now, with it powered off, we're going to change this to test the accessory ports. It is powered off. Now, we will cut this on. And there we go. We don't have to turn the speed up or down to increase or decrease the voltage that comes out of the accessory. So it stays at a solid 8 and it pushes up a little bit above that. I believe this Power Chief is a replica, essentially a K-line replica of the Lionel CW. And I actually believe this is the reason that K-line went out of business, because they got sued. I could be wrong about that. Don't fight me over it. However, I don't have the manual. If somebody has the manual and wants to tell me exactly how to make this thing work, that'd be great. But I'm not sure how to change the voltage on the on the accessory port. Apparently, with the Lionel version, you can push direction, bell, and whistle, and you can turn the voltage up or down. I don't find that to be the case here. Maybe there's a specific way to do it, and I'm not doing it correctly. I don't know. But anyway, this is old Crazy Train. Choo choo. I'm out.